Good evening. My name is Adrian Rodriguez. I'm grateful that my staff has chosen me and gave me this opportunity to come up here today. Without my staff support, I don't think I would be here. When I was in elementary, I switched schools, and at my new school it was even worse. No one liked me, and I thought I wasn't supposed to be around them. So I decided to be antisocial and have no friends. When that happened, it became worse and worse, and my grades started to go low. I didn't care about school, and my mom, I guess she started feeling bad for me. So she decided to put me here at the Girls Club, which changed my life a whole lot. But at the beginning, when she put me here, how can I say this? I wasn't too excited about this. I didn't know anyone, so I thought it would be exactly like school. And if it was exactly like school, then why would I come here? It was just even worse to be here. So the first days, I didn't do anything. I sat in the corner alone and did nothing. But for days I would sit there when I would come, and staff noticed me and said, "Why would you sit here?" So I told him why, and I said, "Why I didn't know anyone, and I had nothing else to do." So he said, "Well, come here," and he put me in a group, and I didn't like the person because I didn't know him, but when he put me with that person to play around with, he was me at first, but he soon to be comfortable with me, so I decided to be comfortable with him. And sooner or later, we decided to do mostly everything. So he started helping me on homework. I started helping him. My grades got better. His grades got better too. He told me a lot of stories about his teachers, saying that he was becoming smarter, and I was becoming smarter too. And when that happened, my mom helped me do a lot of stuff because of that. And when that happened, school became easier, and I decided, why not? Let's try a new thing and start doing at school. Well, looking back, I decided this is a new me. I should change kids' life that was like me, and do a lot better stuff to help other kids. Now I want to pursue a career in veterinarian, as a veterinarian at Texas A&M, and that's it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Christian Diego Villarreal. I am currently a sophomore at Edinburgh North High School, and it is an honor to represent the Boys and Girls Club of Edinburgh. Growing up was a struggle for me. Having no self-confidence and being shy made it extremely difficult for me to make friends at school. My mother became very concerned why I did not want to participate in any school activities. I told her if I tried, they would just make fun of me. This hurt my mother instantly. She looked up the best place for me to go, and that was the Boys and Girls Club of Edinburgh. I was 8 years old when I was enrolled at the Boys and Girls Club of Edinburgh, thinking, here we go again, more bullying and being made fun of. I began to notice that everybody else had friends and I was the only one without one. Until one of the coaches at the Boys and Girls Club, named Diego, he asked me, why are you sitting by yourself? Because I don't have any friends here, I told him. I just don't know how to ask anybody. Diego asked me to play basketball with him. It sounded very convincing. I can actually recall that being one of the best days of my life. That night, before I was getting ready for bed, I realized Coach Diego had gotten me through the day. He even helped me make friends. Coach Diego encouraged me, and he taught me to be determined, and he helped my self-confidence grow. As days turned into years at the Boys and Girls Club, my self-confidence grew stronger. When I turned 11 years old, I was asked by Miss Cindy, who was the junior staff supervisor at that time, to become a cadet. I was speechless at first, but knowing I was ready to take on any responsibilities that were thrown my way, I readily accepted it. My responsibilities were to serve water to the younger children, make sure they were always hydrated, even help serve their lunch, even start a conversation with them. I loved what I did. It was something I've always wanted to do. I continued my cadet position until I've been given the privilege to become a junior staff at the age of 14. Becoming a junior staff helped me become more responsible and a leader. I was not only more responsible at my house, at the club, but more responsible at home with my chores, my studies, even the interaction with my little brother. The club helped me become a role model. It showed me that to set an example was important, and to show others that we do care. Now that I am a junior staff, I too wish to change the life of a child that is going through similar situations as I once did. In the future, I plan to attend the University of Florida to study physical therapy in the field of sports medicine. And with that knowledge, further venture into opening up my own chain of health and nutrition stores. The Boys and Girls Club has shown me that meeting new people is not hard nor scary, that anyone, even people like I once was, can do it. And to that, I would like to thank the Boys and Girls Club of Edinburgh for teaching me these new skills that I will use in the future. Once again, thank you, Boys and Girls Club.
Good afternoon, my name is Alberto Vera Jr. I'm thankful for the opportunity the Boys and Girls Club has offered me, and I'm also thankful for my wonderful staff members that have given me the support I needed to come up here to talk to in front of you all today. Before the Boys and Girls Club, I went to a daycare where there were other children my age, and then I changed schools and outgrew the daycare. I entered a new school. When I entered a new school, it made it difficult for a 10-year-old child to make friends. It wasn't until my mother enrolled my younger brother into the San Carlos Boys and Girls Club, and I joined also. That's when everything started to change. The San Carlos staff helped me and encouraged me to become more social and to break out of my comfort zone and to try new things. Then I joined the Torch Club. I learned about being of service to the club and the community. Once the school year ended, I found myself wanting to come back to the club, but there was an obstacle thrown my way. The hours from the San Carlos Boys and Girls Club were from 9 to 1, and I needed to be there from 8 to 5. With that being said, I changed and I enrolled at the Boys and Girls Club at Adula Center. When I first enrolled at Adula Center, I only knew my brother and a couple of staff members. I was lucky to meet the rest of the wonderful staff members who looked out for me and took care of me. I noticed the other kids seemed to know each other and would see me playing by myself. That didn't seem to matter to them. They took me into the group and I made new friends. Being friends with the rest of the kids made me feel great. I look forward to going back to the Boys and Girls Club every day, and I look forward to what adventures they had planned for me when I returned. Then I became a junior staff member here at the Legacy Center when I turned 13. Helping the staff members and interacting with the kids didn't seem fun at first, but then I found that I enjoyed helping out and working and being a part of the club. If there is one thing that the Boys and Girls Club has taught me, it is that if you want something, you would work hard to get it. It has also taught me to set goals for myself. They taught me that in order to succeed in life, you must set up a short-term goal and a long-term goal. What I have as my short-term goal is to graduate from Johnny G. Economides High School, and my long-term goal, my other short-term goal is to graduate in the top 10% of my class. It's going to be tough, but with the support of my caring parents and this Boys and Girls Club staff, I will be able to accomplish this short-term goal. My long-term goal is to become a Texas Park and Wildlife game warden. In order to pursue my career, I must graduate high school and enter a college that specializes in my career choice. I am currently enrolled in the early college program at Johnny G. Economides. When I complete that program, I will be closer to achieving my long-term goal. In closing, I would I would like to say I rely on God and my faith to help me make good choices in my life. Should I be fortunate enough to be chosen as a scholarship recipient, I know this will help me fulfill my goals and dreams. Thank you for your support and time and consideration.
My name is Elodia Eliza Montemayor, and I'm here to share a story with you. I'm the second oldest of 4 children and living with a single mother. My father, I can say I don't really know him. They say he was around when I was small, but not one memory do I have physically being with him. Sorry. Because of his 22-year sentence, I've only gotten to know my father through phone calls and through pictures. Even though I don't really know him, I mean, I'm compared to him often by many family members. But being compared to my father honestly destroys me emotionally, because the feedback I get from family members is not very positive. Being told as a young girl I'm just like a man I would never want to be like brings me down and puts me in perspective thinking that's who I am. But no, when I was 9 years old, my family and I moved into a housing complex, La Posada. That is where my mom was introduced to the Boys and Girls Club San Marcica. My mom thought it was a good idea to make new friends and get comfortable with our new neighbors. She met staff members and trusted that it would be a good place and they would take care of us. To me, it was just a place to play with friends after school, but I enjoyed it. Being in progress, being a Boys and Girls Club member helped me obtain my own self-image. In return, I speak with kids that struggle with their own self-image and insecurities. Last but not least, because all the good deeds the Boys and Girls Club has provided me with, I now see my future being a probation officer helping minors overcome their past. And that is it. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Janice Montemayor, and I would like to tell you a little bit about myself. I am the oldest of 4, being raised by a single mother. As for my father, I do not know him due to a 22-year sentence he received when I was just a child. Watching my mom struggle throughout my life has been hard, because I've always wanted to be a part of a team, such as cheer, dance, but wasn't able to due to lack of money we had. Though outside my door was the only world I knew, and that world included a life of drugs, drinking, fighting, and premarital sex. And these were my friends, and it didn't cost any money to be a part of them. Though one day I walked into the Boys and Girls Club and I noticed bright smiles of young kids and teenagers, so I decided to attend. I was more than welcome. Soon after, I learned about their programs and activities that they provided. Not only was I receiving a smile, but I was giving one. I got involved, volunteering, talking to little kids about peer pressure that people experience today. That is what the club taught me. Today, I serve as a program leader. My goal is to attend college and still be a part of the organization. Working with this organization has taught me so many things about helping little kids in every way possible. And because of that, I want to make a difference.
Growing up, I was always more content being by myself. My parents had to force me to play with other kids. They even had to force me to play with my own cousins. I guess the word that described me was an introvert. School was just as bad. I kept to my studies, and books were my best friends. I talked only when I needed to and mostly just watched things happen. At home, it wasn't that different. My dad was gone for months due to earning the life of a truck driver, and my mom had a full-time job at the county. The only person that could watch me was my older sister, but the day came around when she too got a job. But fortunately for me, my family chose to enroll me in the Boys and Girls Club where my sister worked. The thought of being in a new environment and around new people was very unbearable to me. I kept to my same routine of being unnoticed and had quite a few friends. 2 summers later, it was my time to be junior staff. The first day of summer camp came by, and it was a real blur to me. One thing that made me want to come back though was the engaged junior staff. They had this desire to get involved within the kids and within each other. They took me out of my comfort zone, and for the first time I felt like I actually wanted to be someone and be a part of something great. After this experience, I learned what it meant to be part of a team and the good things that people can accomplish while working together. The club helped me become a person I am much happier with today. I am outspoken and very confident. I always had a feeling that I could do something great. Maybe I could help someone with generous donations or make their day as simple as singing a song or making a movie. My summer was revolved around making people laugh and making them happy. So it turned my desire to take my love for creative arts such as acting, music, and writing, and turned them into a serious career. My mom didn't obtain her college degree until she was 42, and all my life I had to listen to how getting a college degree, completing my college education is. With the support of my teachers at Vanguard Academy, a school for performing arts, and my staff and junior staff at the Boys and Girls Club, I will continue my lifelong journey to UTSA, where I will continue studying the creative arts and give back to my family and community in a creative and artistic way.